In the serene town of Willowbrook, a tale as old as the ancient oak tree that towers over it sends chills down everyone's spine. Nestled in the embrace of nature, this picturesque town has a peculiar legend that has haunted its residents for centuries. They speak of a spectral sentinel known as the Watcher, a phantom that roams the town under the cloak of night. A silent guardian, it is said to keep a vigil over Willowbrook's secrets, its presence an eerie reminder of the town's mysterious past. The Watcher is not just a mere flicker in the shadows, but a figure deeply woven into the fabric of Willowbrook's history. Its ghostly visage is etched into the minds of the townsfolk as they whisper tales of its haunting vigil, of its spectral form drifting through the moonlit streets. One brave soul, a journalist named Sarah, decided to delve into this mystery. Her curious spirit and unwavering courage set the stage for an investigation that would unravel the very threads of Willowbrook's enigmatic tapestry. Sarah, armed with her camera and notepad, stepped into the heart of Willowbrook with a determined heart. With every click of her camera and scratch of her pen, she was peeling back the layers of the town's haunted history. The cool wind whispered around her, carrying with it the echoes of the past, as she ventured deeper into the labyrinth of Willowbrook's mysteries. Her courage didn't waver, for she was driven by an insatiable curiosity, a thirst to unveil the truth about the Watcher. Sarah's journey led her through the town's cobbled streets, under the looming shadow of the ancient oak tree, and past the hushed whispers of the locals. Each step she took brought her closer to the heart of the mystery. Her resolve was as unyielding as the stone walls of the town's buildings, her spirit as fiery as the setting sun. And as the moon rose, casting a silver glow over Willowbrook, she was ready to delve deeper. Unbeknownst to her, a series of unsolved mysteries waited for her in the shadows. As Sarah dug deeper, she stumbled upon tales of disappearances, cursed treasures, and ancient curses, each one more perplexing than the last. The quiet town of Willowbrook, it seemed, was a patchwork of forgotten stories and unsolved riddles, all intricately woven into its very fabric. She unearthed stories of people who had vanished into thin air, leaving behind empty houses and unanswered questions. Each disappearance was eerily similar, as if a puppet master was orchestrating a macabre dance, pulling the strings from the shadows. The only constant in these tales was the Watcher, a spectral figure who seemed to stand guard over the town's mysteries. Sarah also discovered legends of cursed treasures hidden beneath the town. The whispers spoke of glittering jewels and gold, their allure tainted by an ancient curse. It was said that any who sought these treasures were doomed to join the ranks of the missing, their greed leading them down a path of no return. Again, the Watcher was always there, a silent sentinel watching over the town's cursed wealth. The town's history was also steeped in tales of ancient curses. Sarah found evidence of secret pacts made in hushed whispers and sealed with blood. These pacts, some said, were the source of the Watcher's curse, binding the entity to the town and its secrets. As Sarah pieced together the town's forgotten history, a picture began to emerge. Willowbrook was more than just a picturesque town. It was a labyrinth of secrets, its every corner echoing with whispers of the past. The Watcher, it seemed, was not just a ghostly figure haunting the streets at night, but a guardian of these secrets, trapped in an unending vigil. Her search led her to an abandoned mansion at the town's edge, shrouded in an aura of dread. Overgrown with ivy and untouched by time, this mansion held the key to unraveling the town's mysteries and perhaps the secret of the Watcher itself. Inside the mansion, a hidden chamber with cryptic symbols and dusty old books held a forbidden ritual. In the heart of this eerie dwelling, Sarah found herself standing before a tableau of forgotten lore. Her fingers traced the ancient symbols etched on the stone walls, their meanings obscured by the passage of time. Age-worn books lay scattered around, their pages yellowed and brittle, carrying the scent of antiquity. Among these relics of the past, a diary caught her attention. Delving into its pages, Sarah uncovered the notes of a long-deceased resident, detailing a ritual of an ancient origin. The diary spoke of a clandestine incantation, a rite so potent it could reveal the true nature of the spectral Watcher. A sense of trepidation swept over her as she read, yet it was intermingled with an insatiable curiosity. Determined to unveil the truth, Sarah decided to conduct the ritual. She began to recite the incantation. her voice echoing off the stone walls of the chamber. The words, though foreign to her tongue, flowed effortlessly, as if guided by an unseen force. The air around her thickened, heavy with the weight of centuries-old secrets, and the room plunged into an unnatural silence. As the final words of the incantation left her lips, a chilling gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles and plunging the chamber into darkness. Then a flicker of ethereal light began to dance in the shadows, growing steadily brighter. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she watched, her breath held in anticipation. The light coalesced, forming a humanoid figure, its edges blurred and shimmering. It was an apparition, a ghostly echo of a once living being. The spectral figure stood in silence, its hollow eyes seeming to gaze into the depths of her soul. As the incantation echoed in the room, a spectral figure began to materialize. The Watcher, the town's silent guardian, had finally been revealed, but what would it say? What secrets would it unveil? Only time would tell. For now, Sarah stood face to face with the phantom of Willowbrook, awaiting its revelation. Before Sarah's eyes, the Watcher emerged, its hollow eyes reflecting centuries of sorrow. The room filled with an ethereal glow as the shadowy figure materialized, a spectral form that seemed to both be there and not. It was an entity caught between this world and the next, bound by chains of regret and unspoken secrets. Sarah, frozen with fear, could only watch as the Watcher approached. Its voice, as cold as the winter wind, yet tinged with a profound sadness, echoed through the room. It began to confess its sins, its words painting a haunting picture of the town's past. Disappearances, cursed treasures, secret pacts, and ancient curses, all guarded by this spectral sentinel. The Watcher was not a malevolent ghost, as the legends had suggested, but a trapped spirit, cursed to forever guard the secrets of Willowbrook. It was a prisoner of its own existence, yearning for release. The revelation stirred a sense of compassion within Sarah. She realized that she held the power to free the entity from its eternal torment. With a newfound determination, she made her decision. She would release the Watcher from its curse, unburden it from centuries of sorrow. As she uttered the words of release, a chill swept across the room. The incantation echoed against the stone walls, the words resonating with a power that seemed to ripple through the very fabric of reality. Then it happened. The spectral form of the Watcher began to fade, its essence growing thinner with each passing moment. Relief washed over its hollow eyes, a gratitude that transcended the barrier between the living and the dead. The Watcher nodded at Sarah, a silent thank you for her courage and compassion. With a sigh of relief, the spirit faded away, leaving behind a chilling silence. The room seemed to breathe again, the oppressive air replaced by a sense of profound tranquility. Sarah stood alone, the echoes of the Watcher's confession still ringing in her ears. Yet a feeling of accomplishment filled her heart. She had not only uncovered the truth, but also freed a tormented spirit. With the Watcher's departure, the town of Willowbrook experienced a profound transformation. A shroud that had cloaked the town for centuries was lifted, the air felt lighter, and the town's secrets were no longer hidden in the dark. The Watcher, for all its spectral menace, had been a guardian of the town's history. With its departure, the past was laid bare for all to see. The unresolved mysteries that had long haunted Willowbrook, the tales of missing townsfolk, and the whispers of cursed treasures were no longer tales told in hushed tones. They were now acknowledged truths, part of the town's shared history. The acknowledgement of these truths brought a sense of closure to the residents, healing old wounds and mending fractured bonds. The once feared and avoided mansion at the town's edge, the Watcher's erstwhile abode, became a symbol of their shared history and resilience. The mansion's foreboding aura was replaced by an air of mystery and intrigue. The ivy seemed less menacing, and the hidden chamber, once a place of dread, became a testament to the courage of a journalist named Sarah, who dared to confront the unknown and set a town free. The townsfolk, once divided by fear and suspicion, found a sense of unity. The truth had a powerful effect. It brought them together. They found solace in shared experiences and stories. The town of Willowbrook, no longer living under the spectral vigil of the Watcher, bloomed into a close-knit community, its people bound by a newfound sense of hope and camaraderie. Sarah, the courageous journalist, had not only lifted a curse, but had also brought a town together. She left Willowbrook with a haunting story to tell, a story of confronting the unknown and finding redemption and healing. And so, the legend of the Watcher became a fading memory, replaced by a newfound sense of hope and community. Willowbrook emerged from the shadow of its past, stepping into a brighter future, its people no longer haunted by the spectre of the Watcher, but fortified by their shared history and collective strength. If you have enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe for more stories like this.